Hello dear friends, my name is Dr. Igor Atabekov. I am clinical oncologist practicing since 2010 in Russia. Today we are talking about very important and famous edible and medicinal mushroom called Shiitake or Lentinula edodes. Look, there is the plan we are going to cover. We will talk about its contents, about its immune modulating effects, about anti-cancer effects, and all the other effects also against viruses, against HPV, and also talk about disease prevention and some adverse reactions. Shiitake mushroom has a really long history of medicinal use, and we will talk mostly about its clinical applications, about clinical trials. This is more important than preclinical data because we have some human studies using Shiitake mushroom in different disease management. So let's get started. There are several main components of Shiitake mushroom that its health benefits are attributed to. First of all, it's lentinan. This is the molecule that is also a beta-glucan. We know that medicinal mushrooms are famous for their beta-glucans, the main immune modulatory molecules. The other one is erythadinin, AHCC, or active hexose-correlated compound, very complicated names, and other ergosterol, glycoproteins, etc. Let's start from the immune modulation, because it's the most robust body of evidence. It's for lentinula or Shiitake ability to modulate immune system. First I want to mention is the randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study in 2015 that demonstrated that consuming 5 to 10 grams of Shiitake mushrooms in food daily for 1 month led to increased proliferation, meaning division and multiplication and activation of T cells and natural killer cells, alongside with reduction of inflammatory markers. That means it boosts specific and non-specific immunity and decreases inflammation. That is very cool. Second, one more randomized double-blind placebo-controlled pilot study in 2012 investigated the effects of AHCC, it's a famous supplement, on immune system of healthy adults, and supplementation with 1 gram of this AHCC twice daily for 1 month also led to significant increase in population of dendritic cells. Dendritic cells are immune cells that will meet the antigens, something foreign proteins, and help, like how to say it, and introduce these pieces to our specific immune system, meaning it will improve the function of specific immunity, the strongest immunity in our body. And they play a pivotal role in initiating and modulating both innate and adaptive immunity. Lentinan inside the mushroom, we talked about it activates complement system and enhances both macrophages and natural killers. This is all innate immunity. Now let's talk about anti-cancer potential and supportive care. Research is in this area is a major focus, with evidence for both adjunctive therapy, like helping the official therapy, and quality of life improvement. For example, lentinan is approved adjunct for stomach cancer in Japan, administered intravenously together with chemotherapy. A meta-analysis, it's a big analysis of many clinical trials on humans, concluded that lentinan in combination with chemotherapy significantly improves the quality of life and prolongs the survival of patients with advanced stomach cancer. That is very important. Oral formulation of Shiitake mushroom for supportive care. This is quite new data. a pivotal phase 3 randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trial evaluated the oral formulation of this lentinan for cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy, and it significantly reduced the incidence, meaning how often it happens. High-grade neutropenia, very difficult, I know, means that when immunity drops too much after chemotherapy, that means it can protect neutrophils or white blood cells during chemotherapy, and it improves overall quality of life in patients compared to placebo, because it is very important, because it addresses a common and very serious side effect of chemotherapy and improves patient well-being, and looks like it protects bone marrow of the patients. 17 clinical studies on humans, almost 1,500 of patients. When they used lentinan together with chemotherapy, there was improved 1 year survival. We're talking about very advanced cancers, when chemotherapy is used just to prolong life and improve the quality of life. So if you add shiitake mushroom or just lentinan from shiitake, it could decrease adverse reactions in advanced cancers and improve the quality of life and increase survival. Several compounds of shiitake show promise in supporting cardiovascular health. For example, erythadinin found in shiitake consistently shown to lower cholesterol in animal models, and there was the human pilot study reported that consuming 90 grams of fresh shiitake daily for 1 week led to a modest but significant decrease in serum triglycerides. These are fats in human blood. And some preclinical data says that it can also block ACE enzyme. This is the enzyme that increases blood pressure, and it has some potential against hypertension. Still need to prove it in clinical trials. Very important, antiviral and antimicrobial properties. We have several studies showing that shiitake, together with, by the way, reishi and trametas, can help with HPV or human papilloma virus. These are famous viruses that can cause cancer in genital area or in throat area. And here we see that there was a clearance of high-risk HPV infections in majority of participants. Also, there was improvement in pathological changes caused by these viruses in women in shiitake group. Whereas in control group, many women developed the worsening of the picture, meaning the worse the picture, the more risk of progressing to cervical cancer. And also in preclinical studies, shiitake shows that it has antimicrobial actions. What is important to say that this lentinan, it's a potent immune modulator, but in some people it can cause shiitake dermatitis. This is a well-documented side effect when you consume raw or undercooked shiitake, because this lentinan is thermolabile, meaning it will be destroyed when you cook it. From one side, yes, you won't have dermatitis when you cook it. From the other side, you lose this important immune modulatory molecule. So if you eat or consume shiitake for induction of immunity, you probably need to eat it raw if you don't have this individual overactivation of immune system, because allergies are possible with any fungus, and allergic reactions of course are possible. And also if somebody is taking immunosuppressor drugs to decrease immunity, for example patients after organ transplants or with autoimmune conditions, of course we are always afraid of taking such strong immune stimulatory molecules. The positive effect of shiitake in reducing these side effects of chemotherapy is very important, and suggests it must be safe to administer it together with chemotherapy. under medical supervision. Clinical trials again demonstrate that regular consumption is the key to enhance immune system, improving the body's surveillance against pathogens and potentially abnormal cells like cancer cells. This bolstered immune state may help to prevent recurrent infections and support the clearance of viruses such as HPV. By the way, I know several people who consume shiitake and they say that they stop getting these attacks of herpes virus. And also some people report improved mood, but this is yet to be studied in human trials. Also, bioactive compounds of shiitake could contribute to cardiovascular risk reduction by modulating cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Also, many people report improvement of energy levels when they consume shiitake mycelium. Anyway, there is still a lot of research to be done in future, but shiitake mushroom is considered to be healthy food that may support your body and your immunity. Thanks for listening this video. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for supporting this channel. You can see the names of our sponsors on the screen now. And I wish you a good day and good luck. See you in the next videos. Don't be